All right, guys. Sorry for the delay. So we are live on YouTube. If you hear background voices, please ignore. If it is very loud, let me know, okay? So I can move to another room because my father is here and he's talking on the phone. You guys know how home office works. All right, let's start. So question number one, guys. How do you think art influences culture and society? Vanessa.
Okay, the first, I believe it's very important because sometimes we have a lot of problems in society that we don't understand, and how I explain that for other people. So, in cases of the music and art, culture, you can explain more deep about these questions. For example, politician, problems with environment of nature, problem with dogs and pets. I think it's very important because you can trade the way that you put this problem, but you can put flowers around and can understand a lot of more about that. In books too, it's very important. So for me, it's very good.
Nice, nice. Yes, I agree with you. I think we have a lot of people that are sensitive to art and knows how to express themselves only through art. And of course,
Yes.
have the opposite. People who doesn't connect with this kind of Iago, do you agree? What do you think about this?
Yes, I agree. I think that art is a extension of what we see and what we think and what is happening in the world. And I think that not necessarily art influences culture and society, but I think it's the other way. Culture and society influences art, and they all are mixed together. And yeah, I think that that's it. They all mix together, and art help us understand what is happening, a period of history we can see in art and make more understandable or not also. And yeah.
Nice, nice. Thank you, Iago. Genemis, what is your opinion?
Uh, I agree with the active influence in the society. About this example, novelas, Globo, the other channel, né? Eles mostram, eu não sei falar em português desse nome, né? Elas são muito, não sei falar nem português, assim, inglês, português. Mas tem pesquisas que mostram que elas moldam que a sociedade pensa e tal, né? Dependendo da população social. I believe these real real example for art influence the society life.
Ficou ruim para mim. Esse é-
Não estou conseguindo ouvir.
Tá conseguindo ouvir a gente?
Agora sim.
É, tem que ficar de fone, porque tem um barulho de fundo. Tá ouvindo assim também?
Agora não tô, tá bem ruim, às vezes eu consigo ouvir, às vezes não consigo. Eu vou mudar aqui o som e aí eu já.
Tá, me avisa se você conseguir mudar. Vocês estavam ouvindo ruim também ou era só eu?
Tava
Mais ou menos.
cortando um pouco.
Ah, tá. Não, é porque eu achei que era só.
Também.
Talvez seja mim. Peraí que a Wanda tá querendo entrar também. Hi, Wanda. Can you hear me? Wanda, I cannot hear you. Eu tô vendo que você tá abrindo o microfone, mas não tô conseguindo ouvir. Okay. Um, let's move on, guys. Question number 2. What role do you believe art plays in education, Vanessa?
I think it's very similar to the question number 1. And I have the same opinion too, because it's very important to talk about art and do this art in education because, again, I think it's very important say something in different ways. For example, in math and physics, do you have a lot of experiments in art that you can do? And when I don't know when I say that, but it's science fair. You can do a lot of experiments and arts and use the rules of the physics, and very important to other people understand how physics works in the presential, I don't know. And without the books, without the just talking and watching something about physics, it's very good your experience about these things too.
Nice, nice. I agree with you. I remember when I was studying physics, I really love music. I play piano, I play the guitar, and I remember the part that I was most interested about in physics was the ondas, waves. I don't know if that is the correct
Mhm.
term in physics, but waves. Just because of how the waves propagate and you can hear them. I remember I like it to study that, although I don't like physics. So the art made me like a little bit of physics. All right, Iago, what do you think about art and education?
Yeah, I think that art can be a very good influence in education because we can see things with other perspective. And I think that art also plays a very important part when we just um, take other people to see it. For example, I used to work as a teacher, and here in my town, we don't have museums or anything like that. So we always try to take the students to Fortaleza, a big city, to to go to museums and just to see it because they need to see and have a different perception about that. Sometimes it can be and it's interest how they they accessing things and that because that's the thing that happens. It's the identification with that. They see, they might not understand or understand the way that they want, and they identify with that, and that's a really nice thing.
Nice, nice, Iago. Thank you. All right, guys, let's go to question number 3. How do public art installations impact communities, in your opinion, Vanessa? Do you have an example?
Um, for me, it's very complicated question because I don't like public art installations because for me don't have more. Um, um, it's not fundamental. I don't know when I say that. Fundamental.
Not a reason for that.
Yes, yes, not a good reason to do that in public space environment. For me, it's very complicated because I don't understand that the real way for these arts, and it's very different than museum, than theater. For example, I don't if in about these communities. I was born in a community very poor in Brazil. So for me, it's not a good big change in my life. And I think it's not important. Just in the cases have a very impact in the community, very a real significant in these art installations.
Good point. Good point. I have never thought about this topic like that, but I remember in my mother's uh, hometown, they have like a lot of statues throughout the city, and they all connect with the same story. They were
Mhm.
designed by Oscar Niemeyer. All of the town has influences of Oscar Niemeyer, and is nice, but at the same time, it doesn't have like a reason, you know. It's just to bring culture
Yes.
good, but at the same time, all of the people in town don't care about the statues. So good point. Thiago, what do you think?
As you guys were talking, I was thinking about graffiti, and I think that graffiti is a cool thing when you have those big walls with graffiti, and a lot of artists are part of that art piece, and I think that's nice. But as you were saying, I don't know if sometimes what people call art in public installations, it's not necessarily something. Sometimes it's just an object, or it's just our perception too of that.
For sure. As we said before, some people see the art and are touched by the art, and some people are like, "What is this?
Yes.
Why did they put an object here?" All right, guys, let's go to question number 4. What are some ways art can be used to address social and political issues? I think we already answered that in a way. Let me see other question here. Oh, this is nice. Question number 5. How do you think technology is changing the way we create and experience art, Vanessa?
Yes, very good question because when I talk about art, I can understand how the artists feel about artificial intelligence because it's very easy. You just generate an image on ChatGPT, Leonardo AM, Midjourney, for example. It's very simple. But for me, it's different because when you use a art, colors, you can put your soul in the picture. So it's very different. And in the same way, we have a technology that will change the art experience of the art. But for me, it's very, very different things. It's for me, it's very good talk about art when artists just do these arts with yourself, not using AI, for example.
Nice point. I still don't know how to answer that question. I think I am um, maturing, amadurecendo my opinion about AI and art. It's weird. What do you think, Iago?
Yeah, I think that I don't know. How Vanessa was saying, I think that when we see an image generated by AI, we don't have a connection with that because they are a little weird too. So I don't know. People have like 10 fingers in just one hand, 40 teeth. It's a little bit weird. And when I think of that, I always think in a regulation that they implemented in United States that they 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 don't consider if you input something to generate a image, you don't own that image because the image it's not yours. You didn't make it, and I believe that it's a clear point for everyone. But now we see that people are taking these pictures that they are generating with AI and like signing the names and receiving I forgot the name, autoria. But it's not that. It's not you didn't create that image. So yes, I think that technology is changing. When I think about this topic too, I always think about those projections. For example, last year I think that it had the projection of Van Gogh art, and I don't know. For me, it doesn't make too many sense. Just the projection of the arts, in a big wall. I don't know. It's a little weird for me.
For me too. That I'm not very sensitive to paints and those kind of stuff. Only music. Hi Genevieve, are you back?
Yeah, I'm there.
Oh, now I can hear you. Good. All right, can you answer question number 6 or are you still busy?
6, how do you think technologies change the way we create and experience art? Um,
We are talking about the role of art in society.
okay, technology, art, considering remix music.
I think
If
we can.
if considering music, okay, this art is good. Remix and your things about music, but paint of the intelligence artificial intelligence is very bad. Today is very bad, and the paint lost the sensible part for the artist, and it is not good in my opinion. I I dislike I like painting for intelligence artificial. In this moment is very superficial, and for graphics for graphics, but the intelligence artificial is very development in other things, other areas. About the art, I like in the music area. I I love the music area and the art and the technology is a good combination.
Nice, nice. Do you guys think that Genemis, I'm gonna mute you just because I was hearing my voice, all right? Do you guys think that in the future we can how is the word God? Substituir, forgot the word, replace. Do you guys think that in the future we can replace painters with images generated by artificial intelligence? Yes, no, in 10 years, 20 years?
I don't believe that's something that's gonna happen
Why?
because I don't know. I think that AI needs regulation first, obviously, so we can move on in this kind of discussion. But I don't think that AI will be something used for paintings, for example, as you were saying. It's like people making music using famous artists' voices, and it's not a music. They just singing another song by another artist, but with another voice, and it's not. And for example, I don't know, Ariana Grande singing Pablo Vittar. it's not something that will happen. So I don't know, but I think that technology will change things in a way. As Janemis was saying, in music, the possibilities are big. When he was talking about, I immediately think about PC music. That is a whole new genre that that becomes in the last 10 years. We have, for example, Charlie XCX make a huge success with her last album, and people only understand now what she's doing. And PC music is basically music made without any instruments. It's just with the PC, and I think that things like that will happen more. But I don't know about paintings and this kind of art. I don't know that artificial intelligence will have her chance anytime.
Nice, nice. Anybody had something to add to what Iago said?
For me, I think it's very difficult just replace the paintings by AI because painters will talk about the soul, about the things about yourself. So it's a lot of concepts in art, and this AI, anyone can have that and put these arts. And yes, I think about that because in AI, I have a lot of things, a lot of automations that artificial intelligence can do. And why us talk about art? Art, it's made for humans. Humans do art, and AI do automation and things about technology things. So for me, it's very different, and I think like that.
Nice, nice. All right, guys. Janemis, do you want to answer that? If you think we can replace,
Re-
sorry.
Repeat, please. Repeat, please, the
I ask
question.
if you think painters can be replaced by AI in the future.
Mm, I don't know. I I think no, no. Artificial intelligence is not cannot substitute the person, the people for creative things about the art, the music is not cannot substitute, cannot replace the person. And for repetitive automations process, yeah, intelligence artificial is very good, but is not intelligence. It's not intelligence. It's repetitive process. Um, the Yeah, today is hype, but isn't it isn't it a big deal? The artificial intelligence existed 16 years, and nothing nothing changing for science in this time. Today, I think hype about inteligência artificial, como é que eu posso dizer? É muito barulho. Is not real. The person not the intelligent smart person don't lose your job because artificial intelligence is the same about the mathematics lost their jobs because the scientific calculator is not real.
I love this example. Nice. Guys, if you have to, I'm gonna go off script here. If you guys have to choose like a form of art that is your favorite, for example, Iago likes books. I don't know if that is a form of art, but for me it is. Do you have any other, Iago, do you have any other kind of art that you connect the most?
I think that music it's something that I connect the most. I think that it's an art form that makes sense for me that I can understand and take a deep meaning. But in other way, when I have an opportunity, I like to go to museums and see paintings and drawings and expositions. And I think that it's something that when I have the opportunity to do that, it's something that most of the times give me some peace. It's a time that I can spend in a museum and just do nothing and forget about everything. And yeah, and I like manual arts too. I like embroidering, so sometimes it's just something that I do to forget what is happening and just focus on the needle and the and the I don't know if it's lying to the correct name, but it's something that I like to. But answering the question, I think the music is the art form that I connect the most.
Nice, nice. Embroidering is bordado?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Embroidering. Nice to know. Nice. It's very, for me, it's very hard to do that. I tried once and I, all right. Vanessa, what about you? What kind of art do you connect the most?
For me, the music is very good to connect with the art and poems too. Poemas, poesias. For me, it's very good. And specifically when these poems using on the books, for example. Sometimes, for example, this book here. It's very interesting about the life, about the diseases, and how can you get a great life, for example. And here, I have a lot of poems that talk about the life, about the environment that you grow. Yes, for me, it's good music and books too.
Nice, guys. Nice. Genevieve, what about you? What is your favorite kind of art?
I like music because I'm music in my free time. It's a hobby. Music is a hobby. It's a good job, hobby. Uh, Music and I like sci-fi. Movies, sci-fi is a good art too. It's my favorite art show.
Nice. Oh,
Art
yeah, I
and
just
music.
remember you play a lot of instruments, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
my
yeah.
guitar. Yeah.
Nice, nice. All right,
I'm
guys.
just curious to ask Jeremis what's his favorite science fiction movie?
Yeah, very
What's your favorite movie?
I like De Volta para o Futuro.
Nice.
What is yours, Iago?
I think that now probably Duna 2. I was obsessed with Duna for a long time, and I think the second movie was great.
Good to know because I was postponing to watch that movie because I fell asleep in the first one.
Yes, I think that with the second movie we can understand better the history. If you never read the books, I think that the first movie is not that great for who don't know the story. I didn't follow the story too when I saw the first movie, but when I saw the second movie, I thought it was really really good. and then I went to the books. It's great too.
Nice to know that. I'm gonna follow the same order then. All right, guys. Let's go then to question number 8. What are some examples of art movements that have significantly influenced society? Vanessa, if you remember them.
Okay, I remember when I was in pandemic, maybe 2021, yes. I have an artist that I like so much. He's a Criolo, and he took the video clip about the I forgot the. I remember. Não existe amor em SP. With Milton Nascimento, Yusen Payan. It's amazing, amazing version. So in this moment, Criolo put this video, the video clip, in a building, explaining a building. It's very, very amazing, and a lot of people that can get out to your homes watch in the window, see the video clip on the building. So for me, it's a very, very good exemplar of art movements.
Nice, and it's very modern too. When I generated this question, I was thinking about old ones, but I have never thought about this modern art movement. Iago, do you have an example of an art movement that you remember, that you like?
Uh, that I remember, I think that tropicalismo in Brazil it's something really big. Yeah, but I don't remember that much about the movement.
We just heard in school.
Yes.
Nice, nice. Do you have any kind of art exhibition? I don't know the name, like the example of Vanessa. Do you have any example like that that really shocked you and do you remember? Do you like? If you don't, that's okay.
I don't remember of anything now.
No problem. That's okay. Genemis, what about you?
I remember about the military period in Brazil. The art is very important for resistance movement, and the artist is together working for this movement, go out military movement, and it's very important. In this time, we have great music, great works for a lot of artists. How Seixas, the MPB in general is very good, and is a good example, a great example in Brazil.
Yes, yes. I have another example. I remember. No, I don't remember. The city that my mom was born in, it is called Cataguases in Minas Gerais. You can Google it. As I mentioned before, it has a lot of reference of Oscar Niemeyer, and a lot of the houses has references of modernismo. So I love the architecture. It's beautiful, and the city is very small and with a lot of trees, and all of the houses, like the main houses in the city, has these references. So I really like architecture, so I found it beautiful that the city maintains this history, you know? All right, guys, let's go to question number 10. What are some challenges artists face in today's society and how can they overcome them? Vanessa.
I think the challenge artists can be passed in today in society. I think it's the number one is artificial intelligence, because a lot of people will talk about art just in artificial intelligence. So when you study about that, you understand it's very different art made by humans and other, for example, in artificial intelligence. And second, I believe that it's a creative, because we have a lot of creative people in Brazil, and sometimes a lot of arts doesn't will understand by all the people in Brazil, because I have a lot of difference in cultures and first of all education. And sometimes I will talk about art and a lot of people understand, because it's the same it's very different in the education in Brazil. We have a different degrees in education.
For sure. And that influences everything. For
Yeah.
example, I grew up with my mom and dad giving me a lot of uh, musical references, and I have friends that didn't. They don't know MPB, you know. Just it's not their fault, and it's not their parents' fault. It's just the way the society that they grew up.
Yes, I have 29 years old, and people with my age sometimes doesn't understand Lenini, for example, don't listen Lenini. And oh my God, I feel so good listening that. It's so amazing letter. Yes.
I feel the same. I feel I really love MPB, and everywhere I go to drink some beer, it's like sertanejo, funk. I like. I don't have anything against, but
Mhm.
all of people in my age, they just like that, you know? It's weird.
Yes.
Iago, what about you? Question number 10.
10. Okay. I think the challenge that artists face the most maybe is financial support, I think, because I don't know, in Brazil, art's not something that are very, I don't know how to say it, but it's not something that people are looking for. So I think that financial investment and support is something that artists don't have. We can see that by cinema in Brazil. We see Brazilian movies making a big success outside the country, but here we don't see it because all the theaters are taken by the big studios that comes from United States. And I think that maybe the financial support is the most challenging thing that they can face now.
Nice, nice. Yes, I agree. Maybe the financial support and the lack of value to their work. People don't value the work as much as they have to. Yes. Genevieve, what about you? What do you think?
About music, I think the culture of immediate is prejudicial, because Brazil can produce a lot of Lenin and they are good artists, but it's not a commercial music today. These are very good music, but it's not commercial. Commercial is a immediate song, immediate refrão, casca de bala, or a lot of uh, kinds of this. And it is the chiclete music. You read and repeat in your mind. Is commercial, but is it's not music. It's not real music. It's not good music. It's a passenger.
It's
15
just
minutes
profitable.
from yeah, it's a great problem because our life is mediated through the social media contribute for this reality, and the is a great problem, a great problem, and the society is not prepared for survival without the social media, likes, Twitter, cheese, X, for example.
Good point, Janemis. And do you guys think that if Brazil had to invest, sorry, I'm gonna rephrase it. It is a good moment for Brazil to invest in art nowadays. Do you think we are prepared, or do you think we need to first invest in education and health and then invest in art? What do you guys think about that, Vanessa?
I think it's very important. Start with education and with health, because in the system of health in Brazil, it's not good. Sometimes, if you need to do some exam in, for example, they take a medicine, you need to sometimes go to the clinic with pay that, and because you will wait a lot of time, and sometimes you can't wait. So I think so first of all, Brazil needs to invest in health and education in the same time, because this it's very important to Brazil grow, and after understand arts how works very well, because without that it's just art, and sometimes a lot of people in Brazil can't understand that.
Yes, if we invest in art and let education over there, people cannot
Yes.
understand that, interpret that. Iago, what do you think? What is your opinion on that?
I believe that is something that can happen all together. I think because it's different sources of money for each thing. So I think that is something that can happen all together. Investment in education, healthcare, and culture, in art. And I think that I don't know if it's the correct is what I miss the most when I see this. It's, for example, what I said about Brazilian movies. We don't see investment. We don't cheer for our artists as we cheer for movies in Oscars, for example. When a season of Oscars, everyone go to the movies and see the movies and to have an opinion about it. But when we have a Brazilian movie making a huge success, we look away. And I think that it's something that we are not used to cheer our artists. We always look for the outside. And yeah, answering your question, I think that all can be together, so we can have education and we have art investment and we have people that can understand that art form.
Nice. I wonder if it is síndrome do vira-lata, that we value the American movies more than the Brazilian ones.
Totally.
Nice. Janemis, what do you think about if we are ready to invest in art?
I agree with the colleagues, but it could be worse without run a law, and the society speaks worse about the 1A law. It's a thing for vagabundo e tudo mais, né? But it's very important. It's very important for a little productions, a little artists is very important, and the country can be invest more in these artists, in the local culture. In my case, in my state, Paraíba, we have the maior, não sei como é que fala, o maior São João do mundo em Campina Grande, and the local artists is not have space in the festival, in the park, and the contract the bands without forró, Gustavo Lima e outros aí do sertanejo e o pessoal que são artistas do forró, né? Já que é forró, não tem tanto espaço. Deixa ser uma coisa que era cultural, para ser agora só comercial. E antes aqui, a gente tinha, por exemplo, 30% do tempo da rádio tem que tocar música cultural aqui da nossa região. Hoje não tem mais isso. Isso é um tipo de incentivo para os artistas locais, né? Isso é muito importante, porque muita coisa está sendo perdida, não só aqui no Nordeste, né? Mas a música gaúcha, em todos os lugares tem sua cultura que está sendo perdida pela cultura de massa que é muito passageira, igual casca de bala, né? 15 minutos de fama e a mês que vem ninguém nem lembra mais que já vai estar, já tem outra.
Yes, yes. Nossa, muito bem colocado. Nossa, até falei em português sem querer. All right, guys. So we have to end this meeting. Thank you so much for being with me today. Have a nice week. It was nice to meet you, Iago, and nice to see you again, Genemis and Vanessa. And that's it. Bye-bye. Thank you.